I don't know. It's like
This is the same as like putting a blanket over a wild beast to calm it down.
no,
Like,
you do something and you get used to it.
When's the last time we slept? When's the last time we slept together? In the same room. In the same room. In the same room. About a week ago, Sydney was like super ill. She'd woken up with like, I think like one of the worst fevers of her life.
Yeah.
damn. She
and I
okay
was-
now?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay, good.
I was like taking care of her, and I was like bracing, waiting for it to like to hit me. Right. Wake up the next day. I'm like, ooh, I feel a little toasty. Ooh, and like my temperature was just like 1 or 2 degrees higher than like average, and I was like, okay, I'm getting a bit ill, I think.
Yeah.
Wake up next day, completely fine.
Yeah.
I love that when you know you've won it.
Yeah.
You beat over the sickness.
Yeah.
And it's always like this. Sydney gets so ill, and then I just get like a little
crumb.
like a little crumb.
I think it's a mind diff. I genuinely believe it's a mind diff. I think you when it came to be, you were like, this will be nothing to me.
Yeah.
Being sick is a mental game.
I think we've literally had this exact same conversation
No,
prior.
I think I just have a stronger immune system. I don't know.
Well, that too,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
true,
also think the mind is the strongest immune system.
The brain is the most powerful organ in the human body.
Yeah, I just like never think I'm gonna get sick until I'm actually like dying.
How powerful do you think the brain actually is?
Like I think it's way powerful.
Like I know it's. Why are you looking at me like that, Joey?
That was the most like surface level answer. Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah, I think it's way powerful.
Yeah, it's mad.
Like
powerful.
I know we don't use like fucking 10% of our brain or whatever, but just I'm just wondering like what is the limit test of how much control your brain has over your
I
body?
mean, you know, I started to think about this recently. With when I smoked a cigar, I felt awful the next day.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I
baby's first nicotine.
well, yeah, well, I don't smoke cigarettes or anything.
Yeah.
And I'll maybe have a cigar on a special occasion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe once a year,
Sure.
just because it's the vibe.
Yeah, of course.
It's about the aura.
It is.
It's an
yeah.
aura thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, man, I don't think Winston Churchill ever woke up the next day and was like, man, I shouldn't have smoked a cigar. I feel awful. Like, I think he just bossed it. So I wonder if it's a mental diff on my part. Where
Yeah,
I was like,
it's either that
I think
or
that's I think that's just the body diff.
Yeah.
well, yeah, it might be, but also like if I eat bad food for me, I feel worse. But then people eat fast food every day and they're like, I'm fine.
It's either that or
And
that
I'm like,
was
why-
the reason why Winston Churchill was consistently just pissed off.
Well, yeah,
all the time.
I mean, I'm not saying he was healthy. I'm not saying people who eat fast food are healthy, but
Yeah.
I definitely think like half the reason why I think I feel like shit after I eat fast food is maybe I physically, I mean, I must be feeling like shit too, but then why mentally do I also feel like shit? Probably because of the physical aspect, but
Yeah.
it's just weird how some people can overcome that.
I think that's just
How do they
condition-
boss it?
I
Yeah.
think that's just conditioning.
Yeah,
Like-
true. Yeah, maybe it is.
Like if
You're
you're
tricking your
if-
own brain.
Yeah, if your body is just used to something, then it just gets used to it. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe I shouldn't have gotten used to eating like healthier food.
what do
Feel
you
like-
mean?
I mean, I'm,
you shouldn't have gotten used to it.
I'm weaker for it. No, I don't know. It's
Maybe
weird.
you should have gotten used to only eating healthy food, and then
Nah, I don't think I'll do that.
you would have like the best cheat code of life because you would be like,
shit. I got
you'd be
coffee
like,
in
I
there.
actually
Sorry.
I don't crave
Sorry,
this burger
sorry.
that's going to destroy my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I think I know my argument is completely shit and wrong, but it's just fun to think about.
Wait,
Shower,
have we started?
shower
Yeah.
thoughts
Oh,
with
fuck.
Connor.
What's
Hello
the shower
and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste
Trashed.
Shower Thought of just
We're
trash
fucking trash, dude.
again.
Ugh.
I'm your host for today, Garnt. Joining me once again are the boys.
So
Yeah, we just got back from a bunch of different countries.
I got back this morning.
Always the
I've
classic.
been here the whole time. So
Classic.
I don't know what
Have you
guys
ever
are
done
doing.
a trash taste recording where you landed that morning and then you just fucking?
I know you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
No, because I actually care for my health.
No. 'cause
Joe.
This day I was gonna do nothing anyway, so I may as well do something.
You know what?
You know, and
I
hang out
feel
with
like
the
it's
boys.
good because if I'm at home by myself, I'm like fighting that jet lag.
Yeah, I will like want to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Whereas doing this and then maybe I get back, I have some dinner.
You're
It's like
tricking your brain.
it's like
yeah.
and maybe I'll watch
circle.
something and then I pass out at 10.
Yeah.
Beautiful pass out. It's like the instant pillow hits the head.
It's like
pass
I'm,
out.
Yes.
I'm dying.
Dude,
I'm
it's-
passing away.
It's like the sleep you dream about when you reach presumably 30. I'm getting there, but even now I those are
Why'd
hype.
you have to say it like that?
I don't know what it's like.
Every 30-year-old's like, oh.
I like how you looked at me when Joey is also
Okay,
of that
well,
age.
that's why I did the hand movement to signal both. But it's like, that you when you sleep, but you instantly fall asleep after hitting the pillow.
Yeah.
And you wake up the next day. There is a level of happiness there that I think is.
Yeah, because that's a rare phenomenon. For
Yeah.
I think for everyone. I think
All
that's a hot, unless you like.
Now, some people can just.
Yeah,
sleep
but
like that,
people
man.
who do that are normally like starving themselves of like, in the sense of like they are like waiting. Like they are not going to bed until they are physically exhausted. And I feel like that's different from when you're like, I should go to bed. And then you go to bed and you're like, oh.
Do you guys use sleep content now at all?
No.
When did you start incorporating sleep content in your life?
It's a 30% for me. It's
30%?
What does that mean?
30% of the time I'll use it
Oh,
Okay.
because some days I don't need it,
Yeah.
and those are the great days.
Yeah.
And some days I'm like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I need a little bit of help here.
See, going back to conditioning my body, I have conditioned myself to now need sleep content, and I've made myself weaker because of
You
that.
are weak.
Yeah. I remember when I was like, when I was younger, no sleep content, no like blindfold needed. Now I need a sleep mask. I don't know when I started needing a sleep mask, but I just got used to it, and now it's just
That's a Egyptian mummy type shit. You need to be bandaged up to fall asleep. I think it's a ploy. I think they're trying to make you into soldiers.
he's a couple of years away from like, get my sleep hat, guys.
Yeah. I think they're conditioning you to be able to fall asleep on the battlefield.
maybe.
Noise, covering your face. You're becoming the perfect soldier, Garnt. They can make you sleep
No,
like that.
I'm weak because unless I don't have those things, I can't fall
No,
asleep.
think about it. You're in the battlefield. They give you a blindfold and 3-hour YouTube history about the speedrunning.
Oh no,
game.
I'm down.
Sorry, black holes.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm
the
down.
4-hour history of black holes.
Yeah.
And then like Garnt's like in the battlefield and comes to bed.
No, I would be dead. You're right.
Right?
Because-
See, they're conditioning you.
Yeah. I would just
Think about
fall
that.
asleep like that. But in some ways, I'm like, why did I make myself weak? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's like a. I don't know. It's like.
This is the same as like putting a blanket over a wild beast to calm it down. You know, it's
No,
just
no.
like,
You do something and you get used to
When's
it.
the last time we
You felt
slept?
the-
When's the last time we slept together? In the same room. In the same room. In the same room. And then fuck.
oh wow, I just found my new fucking ringtone. I'm so glad that was like isolated, God.
That was
Cut that out. Cut that out.
I don't know. It's been a while. I want to say like 2 years.
Because like I was talking with Didas and he was like, yeah, every time you sleep now, you always have to have like something over your face. And I was like, when was the last time you saw me sleep like that to know that piece of information about me?
I think the last time we were in the same room sleeping together was maybe like the Japan road trip special, maybe.
Oh my God, that was so fucking long ago. That was before I
Well,
introduced
'cause we always
weakness.
And and I don't remember you
Yeah.
fucking mummifying yourself
Yeah,
to go to
yeah.
bed for that. So
Well, I think we also realized that, when we would do these shoots, the hotel rooms aren't that expensive. They're like, maybe like, what are they? Like Chimango-sen sometimes for a room. Sometimes Ichiman.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like $50, and it was like you'd get better sleep and have a bit more privacy. So I
Yeah.
think we just started doing that on shoots, and it was like,
Also, a lot of y'all fucking snoring. I can't sleep on that.
yeah, I think,
Yeah.
I thought Chris was the only one that was bad at snoring, and Chris had this weird obsession for a while that I've convinced Chris out of not doing anymore. And I hope Chris doesn't mind me saying this, but he always wanted the. Maybe it's like a camaraderie thing, sleeping in the same room. But I was like, absolutely not. I'm not sleeping in the same room as Chris anymore because I would be. It was like the heavens trumpets, like listening to him snore. It was diabolical, and I was like, I'm not doing this.
It's like hearing a bear growl from like deep in a cave.
Yeah, and then Chris would also complain if Chris gets 6 hours of sleep, you'll hear about it for the rest of the day. If I get 3, I'm like, well,
Maybe it was your loud ass face that was keeping yourself up.
Yeah, I'm like, your motherfucker, he's like snoring so goddamn loud.
Yeah.
So I think we all just realized maybe it's just we're all better off if we get these cheap business hotel rooms and we can have your own privacy, shower whenever you want, and like
Sleep
it's just-
whenever
Also,
you
I
want.
was never the first to fall asleep at sleepovers. I swear I was always the last, and I hated being the last.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really mind. Maybe I don't mind because I was the first one to fall asleep.
Yeah, you always.
I fall asleep pretty quick.
You at every party or whatever sleepovers, you always fall asleep like
I do fall asleep
like
pretty quick.
that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me, I'm just like, come on, Garnt, fall asleep, Garnt, fall
Yeah, and
asleep.
you're at the parties. You are the last. You're the last up as
Have
well.
you always been like that as a kid as well?
Yeah. I was always the last to fall asleep at the sleepover. I don't know. It just felt weird because this is like my just weird mental thing. But I'm like, when is it socially acceptable to stop talking, like at a sleepover? You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing. I realized, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, I was like, I can just say like, I'm done. Goodbye, guys.
What do you mean?
At like a social event, you can just
No.
No. We're talking about like at
But a
a
sleepover too,
sleepover.
same thing. You can just be like, I'm out.
I'm like,
I'm going to bed.
No,
Good night,
that's
guys.
not-
what I'm talking about is those moments with your bros where it's late at night and you're just having like fucking deep talk or something, and it's just like,
Well, then you can't leave till the deep talk's done.
yeah. But I'm like, how long does this usually last, and when is it socially acceptable to be like, okay, when do we both agree to just stay silent? What is the conversation ender?
I think it comes naturally. There's always a point where like, you know, if there's like say more than two boys in a room at a sleepover, right? Say, you know, when you're like a kid, for example,
like
right?
when you're a kid.
and you're just fucking yapping away, you know, trying to be quiet, like, oh,
Yeah.
don't let your mum hear, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
all that shit. At least for me, from what I remember, the moment where I knew like, all right, the night is over,
Yeah.
is when there's at least like 15 seconds of silence. I think that's like the cue that everyone's like feeling, being like,
Yeah.
all right, everybody has stopped yapping.
Yeah.
I think it's time. No words need to be said. It's just a natural power down.
I also saw that the duration of silence that is comfortable and acceptable in conversations is different between cultures.
Oh.
That makes sense.
In Japan, you can apparently it's like 6 seconds in a conversation is like the maximum allowed pause, like silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it was in Western countries, I think it was like 3 or 4.
I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, maybe
if I was chatting with you and then 4 seconds passed, you didn't say anything, I think I would be uncomfortable. But 3 seconds, I'd be like, all right. But 6, I'd be like,
Wait, does 1 second really make a difference though?
I think so. Yeah, I
Really?
think when you're having a chat with someone,
Well, let's try it now. We're having a podcast.
We can't be silent in a podcast.
Let's just test it out with our audience, right? Okay. So, what do you say? Like 3 seconds?
yeah. See, it's kind of uncomfortable.
I really want audio-only listeners to be like, wait, where do they go? Did my Spotify fuck up?
Sometimes, you know.
All right. Let's limit test. 6 seconds. All right.
All right, go.
All right.
Well, no, you gotta pose like a question or say something.
Yeah. So, how's your day been?
You're not bad.
That was, first of all, that wasn't 6 seconds.
That was like 5.
That was like 3.
That
was
was not. Was that 6 seconds?
Really?
Well, did you know also your internal clock?
Yeah.
You get worse at keeping track of time as you get older. So that would explain why.
Nah,
all right,
that's
well,
just,
thanks for fucking calling out my age. Then.
that's
It's
just,
true.
that's just your sense of rhythm.
I
Connor.
watched it in the Vsauce video.
Oh shit! If Michael said it, then it must be true.
Michael said it.
But
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable thing, you know,
Yeah,
to
it
have
is.
a pause and not, or at least a pause that feels like there's nothing like coming after it.
Okay, but do you feel that way with, like, say, for example, people that you know and love and, you know, have had conversations of all sorts and stuff like that? And, like, I get it when it comes to, like, say, like, someone you met for the first time, or if it's, like, a friend of a friend that showed up to whatever function you're at, right?
yeah.
And there's, like, a 3-second pause. Yeah, okay. At that point, it could be a little bit awkward, but, like, I don't know, say, like, with, like, your best friends or, like, your partners or, like, your parents. Do you still feel that level of awkwardness even if it's 3 seconds?
I try to give a lead up noise to let them know I'm like thinking about something.
Oh, like. So it's
brother is literally the main character from Scrubs. He would
sometimes
just like
I'll-
check out for 6
No,
seconds.
brother is literally the Wii. Like when it's like loading the CD and it makes the noise. It's
Sometimes
like,
I'll be
I'm
like-
working. Don't
No.
worry.
Sometimes I'll be like, give me a second, or like, let me think.
So you do Minecraft Village and all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and then because I also think that like when I'm talking to people, I think when you rush to answer certain questions, it like comes off as, I don't know. sometimes I feel like it makes you sound dumber
Yeah.
when you rush to answer things.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to somebody who maybe is willing to.
It's a power move.
I think, yeah, if you're comfortable to take your time and have a thought with something, I think it's, it's reasonable.
The power move when it comes to like thinking about your response is just like it's an aura. You know?
Don't say anything. You just go. This is like our alpha calls. Don't fucking say a word. Just sit there on Zoom and look at the webcam.
Silence speaks volumes. So dumb.
I mean, it kind of does, in a way.
Hold up, my brain is aura farming right now. One moment.
If you use it correctly, I've just never used it correctly, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I've used it correctly.
What's the correct way?
I don't know. I mean, because sometimes you can come off as indecisive. And so I think there's a balance you need to strike in how often you use it and when you use it. But I think generally people are I've never gotten impatient with someone who's like, let me think for a second.
Yeah.
It's like, hurry up.
Yeah, I've never felt that way. So then why would I then think that I can't have that time?
Well, I think it
myself?
also depends on the question as well, right?
Well,
Like if it warrants a deeper response,
true.
then okay, yeah, I'm more willing to like give you like 3 to 5 seconds. But if it's like a fucking yes or no question.
Are you a quick person with a menu to decide?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that makes sense though, right? Because especially if it's like a bigger menu, for example, and some people are more indecisive than others, that's fine. I'm not going to fault them for that.
Yeah.
But again, if it's like just a simple response where like you really don't need that much time to think, and they're just like, hold on a second.
Yeah, but sometimes I
They'll
see
be like,
people like
all right,
really
come on,
beating themselves up about it. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to order, man. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's fine, man.
I also love to do this. Like I'm like cucking myself. I'm like, I will pick something, and the moment the server comes, I'll just swap in my head. I'll be like, no.
I do that as well.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
I feel like I do this now 90% of the time. I'll pick something and I'll be like, just kidding.
Or is
And then
that-
but like, I haven't told anyone what I'm getting, just to myself. I'll like sabotage myself.
I mean,
I'll like,
yeah, there's also that classic scenario,
Yeah.
like say we're all at a restaurant together, Garnt orders first, and then it's you. And then by the
Well,
time
that
it gets
sounds
to me,
good.
then I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, I think I'll get that actually. That's fine as
Yeah.
well.
But then I've thought about it, and every time I spend more than 10 seconds thinking about it, I go, I think back to when I've ordered. Not once after a restaurant, like 2 days later, have I ever thought about did I order the right thing? You know what I mean?
No,
I've never thought that in my life.
I've thought that in my life before.
What?
Because
Wait, you've ruminated on a
You've
menu
been like,
order?
Fuck! What did I?
Oh, come on.
Stupid God.
Like 2 days later, you're just like sweating at your desk, being like, "Why did I get the garlic bread?"
Branzino, why did I get that? I don't even know what that is.
because it's never when you're just like, because it's always when I doubt myself, right? Every single time I'm like, I think I want this, and then you doubt yourself. I'm like, maybe I'll go out of my comfort zone this time and try something a little different. Every single time I'm like, it's never as good as what I thought it was.
No, of course
I should have just gone with my gut instinct. I know best.
Yeah, of course
for
not.
myself.
That's why now I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, you know what? The explorative part of me is like, you know what? Maybe I should try out something new. This is the 10th time I've been to this restaurant. I'll try something else on the menu. And then the moment the waiter gets there, being like, bring the usual.
Yeah, especially on like a restaurant you go to a lot, where I'm like,
Yeah.
the times when you think, I've been to this restaurant 100 times, maybe this 101th time, I'll try something different just to spice things up. Nope, always a mistake.
Nah.
I should have just trusted my guts.
Every time I go to Midtown Barbecue,
Yeah.
I'm always getting that pulled pork sandwich. Everything else, I'm just like, you know what? That sounds good, or that sounds good. I'm like, nah, this is what I've decided on
How
already.
much choice do you think menus actually need? Because there are some restaurants where I'm like, there is too much food on this
One
menu.
page. One page.
Yeah.
If it should fit on one page.
That's why I love the mom and pop like ramen places that have like 4 things on the menu.
It should be like one side food, second side like maybe drinks.
Yeah.
If you can fit it all in one,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think some drinks as well. Well, I guess in Japan it's kind of like you can always ask,
yeah.
and like they normally have some drinks like always. Like they'll always have like tea of some kind,
Yes.
or like I don't know, soft drinks. You can normally bet they'll have ginger ale.
But there are some like Italian restaurants I've been to, especially in America, where they give you
Jesus
like
Christ,
a
yes.
fucking wine catalog of a menu.
Oh my fuck. It's like a Yellow Pages of like pasta. I'm like,
Like, where's S?
I'm like, how are you making all this in time?
Yeah, right?
What kind of preparations do you have
Like,
behind the
let me
scenes
see
there?
your fridge. Like, where are you keeping all these ingredients?
This episode is sponsored by Shopify.
Boys, when I started my clothing brand Nonsense, there was just one problem that I had. I didn't know how to sell these clothes.
How do you sell clothes?
We had all these designs, we had all these great clothes, but then they were
Awesome
sitting there and I'm like, wait, how am I going to get this to people all over the world? If only there was an easy way for dum-dums like me to be able to open up an e-shop. Luckily, Shopify was there for us.
Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started like nonsense. And you can get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand's style. And you can accelerate your content creation because Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify.
So what are you waiting for? Turn those dreams into ching and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/trash. Go to shopify.com/trash. That's shopify.com/trash.
Back to the episode.
I have this weird mental thing where for some reason when I order fish in Japan, it's fish in Japan. But then when I order fish in like the UK or America, I'm like, yes, I'm a distinguished eater.
What?
I don't know why I feel this way in my head. This is like a complete me thing that I've made up, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm like, yes, I'm fancy. I eat fish. I don't know why.
I don't think there's ever been one situation where someone ordered fish and that was like, damn, what an esteemed gentleman.
But I've never said this out loud. But this is like a thing that I felt in my head.
Well, until now.
Well, now I've said it out loud. So people are going to judge me whenever I order fish. But,
Yeah.
But for some reason, and I know I don't like farm for acknowledgement or anything like that. I just think it in my head. I'm like, damn, the fish sounds fancy.
I kind of get that.
Yeah.
But also because
the fish always sounds a bit more daring to some extent than a...
Proceeds to order fish and chips.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know, when they have like a
Boiis.
grilled fish or something, it's like, wow, a grilled fish.
I will say...
In America, wow.
I will say, at least in the West, right? You are reminding me about every time I go off my comfort zone, it's always to order the fish as the main dish.
Yeah, right? Because I feel like I'm taking a risk.
And I've enjoyed it, but I don't think I've ever had a moment where I've ordered the fish dish. I've looked over at the fucking steak or whatever, or the burger that they've ordered, and I'm like, damn, I've made the right decision. I think subconsciously,
No.
even if the fish slaps,
Yeah.
I'm like, I think the steak looks better though.
I had this whole fish when I was in LA last week, and they had like char grilled the shit out of it. A ton of sauce, covered it in like, it was like a dry rub, like Mexican spices.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, Japan would be too afraid to add this much.
Oh, they would be.
Shit to this
No,
fish.
I think it's because
And it was
Like,
beautiful.
Spicy and fish?
It was like spicy. I was like, damn, this is why I got to make sure I try like fish outside of Japan still.
Yeah,
Even
I
though Japan's like super, obviously people never want to take me to fish places.
I think
outside
it's
of Japan.
because in the Western dishes as well, the fish dish is just never as filling as.
That's true. That's,
I-
I do have to get sides.
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if I
yeah.
get a whole ass fish.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
finished
I
the
get
fish.
side.
It's
Broccolini.
great. Yeah, you're in America.
Broccolini.
You're in America. It's great, but I always finish the dish, and I'm like, that was fucking great. I would have been more full if I got the burger though.
Yeah, I don't know. When I'm like not in Japan, my taste reverts back to like my early 20s and like late teens where I'm just like, the chicken. Give me that.
Well, it's because
Burger, give me that.
I think you know what hits in the countries you're in.
Yeah.
And like when you see like some fried chicken on the menu, it's like, that's going to be
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, no. If I'm visiting a country for the first time, obviously I'll
or
be
like the country, right?
explorative.
Like
yeah.
I think based on the food they're good at, which one they'll
Yes.
probably get right.
Yeah,
And like, I wouldn't get fish in certain countries.
Yeah.
Like even in Wales, I would be very skeptical of ordering like fish dishes. I'd rather
Yeah.
just get lamb.
Right. Yeah.
It's like I know they'll crush the lamb,
yeah,
and not so much fish because it's just not as common to eat it in the UK.
yeah.
Although I know it is popular.
So,
But you traveled.
yeah, I did
I
travel.
traveled.
Talking about
Joey
I stayed.
stayed. I just got back from China,
China.
and that was pretty hype.
I do want to go. It looks so cool.
Shout out to the Chinese fans.
Because I know you've been a bunch to China before.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it really the future, Garnt?
Let me tell you why China is living in 2035.
Okay, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
Tell us your story.
So, I just think going to China is an absolutely awesome experience.
Dude, I want to go so bad.
Yeah, same.
I will say that, you know how people say, sometimes you meet people and they say, oh, coming to Japan is like a totally new world. It's like a totally different world.
I mean, yeah.
Like, you know, compared to the West, I feel like that is what China is to me. Where
Oh, yeah, it's so foreign.
it is going this time, even though I've been before, going this time kind of reminds me of like what it must have been to travel like to Japan maybe 20, 30 years ago, you know, where it wasn't as
During the bubble.
Yeah, it wasn't as international as like during the bubble, and it was just this new foreign land that's you don't know you've heard about, but everything that you've heard about has been through like, you know, secondhand media and just, you know, stories. And that's kind of how I felt about China, where I think I know how it's going to be, but you don't really know until you see it. And I will 100% say going there felt very, very foreign, to the point where I'm very thankful, because the reason I was invited was Billy actually invited me. I should probably start off at the beginning. So I was personally invited by the director of LinkClick and To Be Hero X.
Let's go.
And the reason I got invited was because there was a clip of me talking about To Be Hero X and LinkClick on Trash Taste.
Right.
And that got translated over to Billy. He sees the clip and wants to invite me over.
Nice.
Or honestly, just to hang out, but also we filmed an interview as well.
Yeah.
And basically he got Billy to hit me up, and they were taking care of me the entire weekend.
Cool.
And so that was the main purpose of the trip. But I kind of realized getting there, I did all the prep work I needed to do to kind of like be a part of like, you know, be able to function. But if I had not done that, I kind of realized I would be so fucked. Right? Because, okay, let's say you go to a new country, right? How do you get around?
Obviously, you'd use the apps that I'm familiar with.
Yes.
You know, Uber or Google Maps.
Yeah. So let's say you land in China right now.
None of my shit works.
None of your shit works, right? So what does work?
I wouldn't even know where to begin. So I would need like someone to tell me what I need to download before I get there.
Yeah. So if you didn't have anyone to tell you, my brain always went, oh, just Google it. Nope. No, Google's blocked. So you're like, all of
That's where today's sponsor.
Like it kind of made me realize all of the systems that we rely on are like, I knew this, but it truly made me like internalize how much we rely on like 5 fucking companies that are all blocked in China. So you land there and you're like, well, can't use Uber, can't use Google, can't use Twitter, Facebook, any social media. How do I get information?
Yeah.
And most credit cards don't work there either, because you need Alipay. And Alipay, you need to set up Alipay, you need a Chinese number, or you need a text to be sent. And if you hadn't turned on international roaming, there would be no way to set up your Alipay, which most things are Alipay, right? Most things are Alipay right now. It's very rare that I found someone who uses cash.
Right.
Taxis are mostly called by the local app, which is Didi, which we had in Japan. Which
I've used Didi.
Yeah, which got phased out. But like, it kind of made me realize, thank God I did all the prep work before, because I would actually be fucked.
Sounds like you could do a lot of homework.
You actually do have to do a lot of homework. You have to, not every VPN works, so you have to download the right VPN in order to use the apps and things that you normally use abroad.
Yeah.
And another thing as well is that I feel like Japan, now going to China, is actually pretty English friendly. You know?
Really?
Yes.
Compared to Japan?
Compared to Japan.
Wow.
No. Japan is English friendly compared to China.
Compared to China is actually pretty English friendly.
Japan is pretty English friendly. I mean, obviously it's not as like, as going to like Germany.
Yeah.
But I think generally, like, there are a lot of willingness to.
I think in terms of English
I
think in terms of English friendliness in East Asia, it would be like Korea, Japan, then China, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because-
only through country.
Yeah. Well, in East Asia, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it kind of made me realize, when you're in Japan, or even some other Asian countries, you kind of have an easy hack because there are a lot of, let's say, borrowed words from English, or let's say, borrowed words from languages that come from the West. In China, that just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right? It is there is like very few borrowed words. The only thing that most people understood was okay.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, because like, even even in a taxi, when you're trying to tell them where you want to go to, even just the act of just saying here or there, there is no here, there is no there. It's like a totally different words. Coffee is not coffee. It's like something totally different.
Kahi, I think.
I remember someone was telling me what McDonald's was, and it just it's something that doesn't register as much as like katakana.
Right.
Does
it's
for
not like McDonald's.
Yeah. I can't just go McDonald's. And I kind of realized this when I was in China, where I was going to like my katakana way of speaking, where I'm like, that does not help me at all.
Mai Dang Lao. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation.
What's Mai Dang Lao?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's hard.
Yeah.
I wonder what that Ronald McDonald is called.
Mai Dang Lao.
Ronald Mai Dang Lao.
So what the point I'm trying to get is that going to China does truly feel like going into a foreign world where they are relying on their own systems, and a lot of their infrastructure is just not something that you are acclimated to. And you kind of realize that when you go over and you have to rely on all of their services, which a lot of the times don't have English-friendly translations, or it's unless you know Chinese, you're going to have a lot harder time going there. So if you're feeling adventurous, go to China, because...
Shit, I'm going to have to fucking boot on my Duolingo again.
No, but honestly, it was also just a fucking eye-opening trip as well.
Because you went to Shanghai, right?
I went to Shanghai.
Yeah. I've heard from like a lot of my Chinese friends who live in China, but also outside of China, that like the first time around, if you were to go to China, then they recommend Shanghai because it's like kind of the fun city. If you're again, I don't know, that's all I've heard. Yeah. But like a lot of my Chinese friends are just like, you don't have to go to Beijing, honestly. Like, you can if you want, but like Shanghai is a lot more just like an interesting
it's
city.
Like going to Tokyo versus going to Kyoto, right? It's one is a much more of a big mega city. One is more, I guess,
like
a
more
bit
culturally
rooted.
Right, yeah.
So both of the cities have two different vibes. I haven't been, I went to Beijing 20 years ago or something, and there is a totally different vibe between the two cities.
Yeah.
But if you want something more akin to a mega city like Tokyo that has a lot of things to do, go to Shanghai. Obviously, there are other cities in China as well that have also been built up. But Shanghai was a lot of fun. There was a lot to do there. Parts of it has changed a lot. A lot of parts had not changed a lot. The last time I'd been there, my first experience landing was just reminding myself that even though there are a lot less taxis now because it's all like Didi over there, the drivers haven't changed at all. My first experience, I get in a taxi and this driver is just like a middle-aged guy, doesn't speak a lick of English. I'm like, okay, the address is on the app. He's like, cool, okay. Immediately start speeding. Just like in the middle of the city.
I mean, of course.
Like it's to the point where I'm like, it's an electric vehicle, but I swear to God, I just heard the fucking If this was not an electric vehicle right now, the engine would be fucking on fire right now.
Oh my God.
Immediately starts speeding, hits traffic, fucking brakes like really, really hard. And then he just starts like punching the car. and like just swearing.
What the fuck?
I love it.
Calmest Chinese Uber driver.
I don't know what he was saying, but
Didi driver.
I don't know what he was saying, but I could tell that
He's pissed.
it was not a happy shouting.
Yeah, right.
He just kept every time there was a green light, he just like immediately rev off, stop, punch the car, say something, and I'm like, okay, I see the drivers hadn't changed. I get out.
What was he trying to do, like a speed run?
I guess so. I get out. This is actually, I think, the most, I'm not sure if it's Chinese or Shanghainese thing I see. I get out the car, and it was middle of the city. We're like getting out to a mall, and there's just this guy in a tank top, right? But he has like this fucking Buddha belly, just like he just has his belly out, and he has like a shaved head, and he's just like fucking walking along. Right, this middle-aged guy just walking along. I'm like, okay. Right behind him on the pavement, there is the equivalent of an Uber Eats delivery driver, just on a moped on the pavement, cigarette in mouth, and just going along the pavement. I'm like, all right, yep. This is China, all right.
Bro, I love that shit. It's such a vibe.
Yeah, it is such a vibe, man.
Bring that shit back to Japan, bro. We need more of that. Bring that shore energy back that China still has.
Oh my god.
Love
yeah,
that.
they have not. I was like, this is exactly the same vibe as what I remember.
Yeah.
Just people going, people just not giving a shit in a way and just doing their own thing.
So how many days were you there for?
I was there for 4 days.
Oh, okay.
So a lot
good amount of time.
Good amount of time. And we didn't really go to see the tourist areas because Billy wanted to show me much around the ACG culture in China, which stands for anime, comics, and gaming.
Yep.
And it was kind of insane. Obviously we know how big the market is in China.
Yep.
But I guess seeing the fucking intensity of it was just on a whole nother level because I thought I was prepared, been to Akihabara, been to all that kind of Japan events and stuff. But I think in China, it is similar to that, but just the intensity is revved up even more than some of the stuff you can find in Japan.
Like intensity of like the fans or just the intensity of like the culture?
In both.
Both.
So
right.
we went on like a normal Thursday and they had rented out this entire fucking traditional, like very traditional Chinese area with like very traditional buildings. And they had just added anime characters everywhere. It was like the equivalent of it would kind of being like you go to like fucking Windsor Castle or something and there'd be like Black Butler shit displayed everywhere.
Fair enough.
But the biggest thing that was weird to me is just seeing how normal it was over there. You'd be walking the streets on just a normal weekday, normal day, go to one of the random malls, and you just see like a cosplayer of just some IP somewhere. We went to this mall and on the ground floor, there was just this massive exhibition for Mob Psycho 100. Like just right in the middle of this normal mall. You go floor up, massive JoJo exhibits.
Wow.
Just hanging out there. You go floor up, then there's this like really niche manga that I had not even heard of that is just starting to get popular in Japan, an exhibit there. It felt like walking the exhibition hall of Anime Expo because there'd be cosplayers there. There'd be just people. The biggest anime convention vibe is just people sitting on the floor, just like hanging out.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that blew my mind was the intensity of the fans there. There were people sitting down just comparing the merch they got. And sometimes you see, you're at an anime convention, you see people have like bags full, maybe some posters or some things. There were people literally with boxes full of just, I think, every single piece of merch that they sold at these exhibitions. They were like, at first I thought, oh, they're selling them, right? Because they were literally like, this one girl had 2 full boxes full of like pins and badges and all the other merches there. And no, she was just like showing them off to her friends to be like, this is what I bought.
This is for my cousins. This is for my family.
And there were like full on meetups of just people showing off full on boxes of everything that they had bought. And we'd go upstairs, there's a Hunter x Hunter exhibit, and I asked the Bilibili people, I was like, is this a normal thing? And she's like, oh yeah, this is just like normal day. You come here every week, and there is a different IP.
That's cool.
Wow.
There is just a different. These like floors are just different IPs because we go over to another mall and there's another cosplay event for some really niche fucking gacha game that even I had not heard of. It is this mall is full of cosplayers for that game, for this kind of like just one-off pop-up shop event.
Right.
So when there is an event, like I think what it made me realize is obviously Bilibili were just explaining to me that, you know, obviously we know China has a lot of people.
Yes.
we know that. So you only need to capture a small, tiny percentage of that population to gain massive hype and attention for events like this.
Oh yeah, of course.
So no matter where you go in, you know, even in normal malls, you're probably going to see some events like this pop up because there is enough people to support it, to make it financially viable and stable. Because you just walk around and there's, I swear, every fucking cafe, every other cafe has like this collab going on with a different IP. Doraemon, obviously like Link Click, other Chinese IPs as well. I'm like, damn, this is kind of more commercialized than America right now. Why does every single place I go to have some kind of collab going on with a different anime or gaming IP?
And this was all in like one building or like one area?
No, this was
just kind of everywhere in
This was
Shanghai?
kind of in different. This was spread across like three. This was spread across like 3 different malls.
Oh, okay.
Wow. But there was one mall that was basically just there was like 6 floors, and it's basically an Akihabara building, 6 floors of just full on anime shops, all concentrated in this one mall.
Wow.
And it was literally like Akihabara in one building. This video is sponsored by Google Gemini.
College students, do you know you can turn the most complex topics into simplified ideas or hours of research into just minutes? How about turning class notes into practice quizzes that help you get the big idea? With Google Gemini, you can do all that and more. You can even turn long reads into quick listens, because what's better than a podcast?
You know, I have a lot of big email threads with clients for my clothing brand and stuff like that. And sometimes these emails can be, 50, 100 emails long. And sometimes I kind of lose track of what the whole email thread was actually about. But Google Gemini helps me to condense all of that into quick and easy points so that I can get right back on track.
For students, get Google Gemini's Pro plan for free for 1 year. But hurry, this offer ends soon. Sign up by October 6th to get free access to Gemini 2.5 Pro, unlimited image uploads, deep research, notebook LM, 2 terabytes of storage, and more. Visit gemini.google/students to learn more and sign up. Terms apply.
Back to the episode. See, this is so fascinating because like you don't hear about this shit.
Yeah.
Like outside of China, because, obviously everyone, I think at this point knows now that, things like anime and gaming and, Japanese subculture and stuff like that is just so big now in China. So much so now that they've got their own subculture of that kind of stuff. But like, I've always wondered because like, you look at pictures of like Shanghai and stuff like that and you're like, oh yeah, cool, very Shanghainese, like very cool Chinese landscape. Yeah. But you can't imagine like any anime incorporated into that scenery, or like how does like, because I figured it was like something like Japan, for example, where like yes, the culture is there front and center in certain locations, like say Akihabara, but the culture and the people who are following that culture for the most part are like strictly online, or like very secluded from, I guess, the real world, quote unquote.
Exactly.
But from how you're describing it, it's kind of like a mix between like the intensity of the culture in Japan and the intensity of the people in the West mixed together.
Like I'll give an example. So this 6-story mall that I was talking about for like anime shops and stuff. So one of the most popular characters in Genshin had a birthday, and I've seen shrines and stuff of when fandoms come together and celebrate the birthday of like a fictional character and all that. So the Genshin fans of this one character, they just came together and rented out the entire fucking mall for a day.
The Union of Genshin fans?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, okay, I've seen people like take up a corner in animates.
Yeah.
that renting out an entire fucking building is on a whole nother level, man.
I want to know how the negotiations went.
It's
like
Farina.
The owner of the mall is just like,
Yeah.
so you want to do what exactly?
Damn. Man, when I see stuff like this, there's like, I'm like, yeah, man, that's super chill. That's cool.
Yeah.
Go and do that. If it gets you and your friends together.
Yeah.
you hang out.
Totally.
But then there is a sad part of me that's like, man, this is such a human thing to celebrate each other's birthdays.
Yeah.
And there is a tiny part of me that's like, man, it's a little sad that we're now, there's probably some people who probably celebrated Fern's birthday that didn't celebrate one of their friends or themselves. Then that makes me a little sad because I'm like that. You know what I mean? Because then this is also a good form of advertising as well.
No,
I mean, it is, but I mean, this is just like to show you what I mean when I say intensity, where I'm like, I can't imagine another country going
And wait.
this far.
And wait, is this like completely fan driven as well?
Yeah. This is fan driven.
crazy.
This is
They
The
spend
fact that Hoyo didn't put a single fucking cent into this. Yeah, they didn't put. Yeah, the fact that they spent no money and they were like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
huge fucking billboard for us for free, cool."
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you are. I mean, you're kind of like a trained puppet for the company. I mean,
Totally, you
I
are.
mean, like you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I don't think.
I mean, that's what fan bases are, right? At the end of the day.
I mean, it's like the whole. It makes you feel back to like the Xbox 360, PS3 days, where it was like a big thing to be like, "Are you an Xbox guy or a PlayStation guy?" It's like at the end of the day, you're still sucking the dick of a company and pushing that, and then you're making that your personality.
Well,
and I think that's fine if you make friends and have enjoyment. But I also think like it's okay to be a bit introspective and be like, maybe my entire being shouldn't be an ad. Like, you know.
Well, I think
I
that
don't know.
I think that was because I think that's because we have a very, that's our perspective, especially growing up in the UK.
Of course,
that was kind of like drilled into us to be like,
the European mindset
like,
is to never fucking bow
Fuck
down
the
to a
big
corporation.
system.
No, it was like you can be a fan, but don't be too much of a fan. At least that's
Yeah, there are limits. There
Yeah.
are limits. You should.
Yeah.
because there's this there's like pretty much everyone I saw in one of these malls, right? Because I was talking to the people at Bilibili about how do we display ourselves as a fan of a certain thing, right? And when I buy merch, I like to buy subtle merch,
Yes.
things that subtly show off your
Something that other fans would know, but isn't overtly like an anime or
like
a
not something
gaming
that's not
thing.
in your face,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And when I went over to China, it was almost the complete opposite, where one of the biggest trends in right now that I saw was I think they're called like eater bags, where it was like it's a bag, but they have
see-through bag, right?
They have a see-through bag where you can basically put in whatever you want to make a shrine out of, whether it be a certain character or a certain series.
It's very popular in Japan.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone had one in one of these malls in China, to the point where you could like, it was almost like everyone wore it as a badge of honor to be like, this is what I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
And this is like,
This is the gang I affiliate with.
yeah.
Do you think that's because maybe people in China are just more extroverted, or do you think that's because maybe like mass adoption of like fandom for
I think it's
anime
both.
games is like a newish concept?
So actually, I was talking to some people and they actually gave me a pretty like interesting answer about this.
Okay.
Because as a culture, they told me, Chinese culture, we adopt things very fast. We develop very, very fast. And that includes our culture as well. Trends can come and go at the drop of a hat. But, there are advantages of that, of like mass adoption and mass development at very, very fast-paced speeds. But also, we also have to live with the consequences as well. Sometimes we adopt things without fully thinking about all the consequences of adopting this one thing. And by the time we see the consequences, it's already too late. We've already adopted this one thing. And I thought that was a super interesting perspective of just like, okay, this is, I guess, just baked into the culture of the country there, where they are so like anime, gaming, and comics grew so fast there, and the culture grew so fast there, and all these things are popping up so fast just because that is just part of their culture. They adopt things very fast, and they're very willing to adopt things very fast.
I feel that's just in general a very East Asian thing. Because Japan, I don't know about Korea, but I assume it's the same. But at least in Japan, I feel that's the same way. Except the biggest difference is that they're not as fast to adopt it. I feel like when a new thing arrives in Japan, unless it's from Japan, they're very like cautious at first to be like, all right, let's see where this goes before we start milking the shit out of it. And then I'd say more times than not, by the time they finally realize like, oh wait, this is like a thing that people vibe with in this country, and we can like, businesses are going to be like, we can profit off of it. Yeah. It's already too late. It's like gone and done. Whereas China, I feel, is a lot more risk taking in that sense and a lot more westernized in their attitude, where they're just like, fuck it, let's go. This is the big thing. I'd make plans now, we'll sort it later.
I'd say it's even faster than the West.
Yeah, way faster. I think.
From what I've seen, it is. I had this conversation where, so I met the director of Link afterwards. He showed me some episode of 2BRX, and I was lucky enough to show him Ban as well. Yeah, and he was basically, I was asking for advice. He was, giving feedback and advice for what I was doing as well. And I had this moment where he asked me, so how long did the production of Ban take? And do you remember when I had that conversation at Anime Expo that I was telling you about, where people in the anime industry were asking me about the development cycle of Ban? Yeah. I was telling them about the development cycle, which took about like a year and a half, 2 years if we include the script writing phase. And everyone was like, yo, what? How the fuck did you get it so fast? What the fuck? Yo, what are your contacts? Who did you ask to get this pushed through so fast? So I remember telling Howlin the exact same thing, and he was like, damn, bro, what's so slow? What the hold up?
We would have done it in a week over here.
I could have done a whole season of anime in that time. What's so slow?
Damn.
And it was just like, damn, the absolute dichotomy of cultures. Of cultures there, because things move very, very fast over there. Which I vibe with,
But I think everyone likes things being done fast.
Yes.
Well, I think it's also just because sheerly of, maybe this is just a theory, just based on the fact that there are just so many more people in China, and the market, the demand is so much like more apparent and on a larger scale that they're like, oh, well, fuck, all right.
Japan is also just very risk averse.
Yes.
And that results in triple the meetings. Meeting times longer, things taking longer. Like, that's just because
if everyone isn't 100%, it's not happening.
Yeah, exactly. Where
Japan just is like that.
Yeah. Whereas in China, it's just like, okay, we send one email and
it's like, let's go.
And it goes.
It'll be done tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, in China, they plan fast, build fast. Whereas I think in Japan, it's like planning takes so fucking long.
It does.
But then if you need them to build something like physically, it'll get done really quick once all the planning's done.
Yeah.
The planning is like insanely slow.
Yes. I actually agree. I think Japan is actually pretty fast at implementation. Yeah. But the actual planning stage is
the planning.
It's all planning here in Japan.
And then when you do anything planning in Japan, you realize that like, it's killer. It takes so long. Yeah. There's so many meetings, and meetings that are 3 times as long as they need to be.
Yep.
Stuff like this where like,
and some meetings that can be emails as well. But once you do get that approval of like every single stage, everyone's like, go.
Yeah, stuff gets done very quickly. Physically, like I think. But it's the discussions that take a very long time.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in China, it seems to be that both aspects are pretty go.
Yeah, I think everything is go. From the infrastructure, I will say, using Alipay, it was just very fucking convenient. Like, I'd say having everything situated, it was very, very convenient, obviously, having everything situated in one app. So you download Alipay, and you basically you either download Alipay or WeChat, and you get fucking everything. You get every app you could want in one. Like you get like you can book events through those apps. You can obviously book, taxis, DDs, Google, the equivalent to like Google Maps. You can all get through that one app. And I will say that was just really convenient. Ain't no way that's ever happening in the West for reasons. But
I guess I can also understand that like there's probably like costs for everything, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, you see the advantages and there's always like costs and disadvantages to every decision made in everything.
Yeah, like I bet, if hypothetically, if I wanted to check on what people were doing, it was all in one app.
Yeah.
It'd probably be easier too.
Probably would be.
If it, but like, obviously there's it is different. And I think like, obviously we only have, I only have like a Western perspective. So I'm sure if I went and spent a long time in China and spoke to Chinese people, I'm sure I'd feel very differently.
Yeah.
About a lot of things, right? But I think there's also a lot of like fear mongering about it from a Western perspective.
There is
worry too much about stuff. And it's like, how about you just go over there and fucking see what's up?
Yeah, honestly, it was actually.
But I do want to go. I really want to go.
You should go. Honestly, it was like talking to the people there. It just kind of gave me a different perspective where it wasn't just like, sometimes the media can make it seem like, oh, everyone is there is like super 100% against with like every decision that they make or every way they, And honestly, you go there and most people are just realists as well.
Of course.
No bullshit.
I got some, very interesting, just no bullshit takes. And I'm like, that's very interesting. And
yeah, I think the biggest disservice you can do to yourself is thinking that 1 billion people think the same.
Yeah, exactly.
And you would be very naive to think that all of their views are aligned.
Yeah, exactly. And, as people who have lived in multiple different countries, that every country we go to has just the way things works, the way they do things. There are always advantages and disadvantages. And
there's no perfect country.
There is no perfect country. And every citizen knows that there is no perfect place either. And that's no different from China as well.
Okay, but most important question.
The food.
The food?
How's the fucking food?
Food is fucking banger.
Oh my God.
What did you eat? Tell me
That's
what you
half
ate.
the reason why I want to go, bro.
I'm hungry now.
So we had Shanghainese food. I had a different cuisine every day. I had Shanghainese food, Szechuan, dim sum.
I'm so hungry now.
I think I would eat enough where they would accept me.
Yeah.
I think they'd see what
Honestly,
I do.
food is the great equalizer.
They would see what I do on that plate and they'd be like,
oh man.
you're good. You chill, white boy.
I had so many, I had so many different dumplings there and just here I tried a lot of things outside my comfort zone as well. Because I think one thing about especially going to a different Chinese restaurant is that sometimes you read the menu, and we're talking about this, you read the menu, and then it sounds fucking fire. And then you read what meat they do, they use for that dish, and you're like, ooh, don't know about that.
Yeah, whenever they're like chicken foot, you're like, well, where's the rest of the chicken?
I'd be like, okay, I'm a dumb Westerner right now. Can you do this dish, but just with chicken meat or
it's an
pork
acquired
meat?
taste.
Oh, but some things I tried there were fucking banger. I don't know if it's going to offend anyone, but I tried duck blood.
Oh yeah.
Why would that offend anyone?
I don't know. I don't know.
We eat pig's blood. Black pudding is pig's blood.
Oh yeah, we do, don't we?
Congealed pig's blood, and it
I
tastes
guess
fucking
we do.
fire.
Yeah. Duck's blood's awesome.
You probably love duck blood then.
I think I've had duck blood before.
Yeah.
Not the soup though. That soup looks gnarly. I'm not gonna lie.
No. It's like congealed duck blood.
Oh, then it's probably similar to black pudding in some sense.
And,
chicken and duck blood soup.
And basically, it's you kind of put it in like a hot pot kind of thing.
Oh, I think I've had this.
Oh yes, I've had
you had
this.
this?
I had this at Highly.
Was it with the Szechuan like?
I think so.
Szechuan like spices on it.
Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't.
You dip it in the spices and holy shit, it tastes fire, man.
I think when I went to a Chinese hot pot, a Hailey Lao in Tokyo, I said I would try everything once.
Yeah.
And there was only a couple of things that I really was like, nope.
Yeah.
And it was like beef intestines. I was like,
yeah,
did not fuck with this.
Well, we eat that in Japan.
I know, but I hate
Motsu?
Yeah, motsunabe.
You don't like motsunabe?
Don't like
Oh, I
motsunabe.
fuck with motsunabe so hard.
I do not like motsunabe.
It's so good.
And I struggle a lot with intestines. Like,
Right.
and I feel like I'm trying my best to fuck with it. I will eat it, but I'm just like,
Yeah, no, I think, you don't have to like it. That's
I kind
totally
of
fine.
realized more than taste.
texture.
It's texture. Texture
Right.
is such a
Fucks
big
me.
thing for me because
It's a learned thing, right? We just like, I mean, I'm speaking as like a premier white boy.
Yeah.
I've never had intestines.
Yeah.
And so like having that texture on a meat is just so foreign. And like, I'm sure if I forced myself, I eat intestines for a 100-day challenge. Like I'm sure I would get used to it.
Is it the
and I would
concept?
unlearn it. No, it's not the concept.
No.
It's the texture.
Right.
It is the texture.
'Cause I know a lot of people are thrown off mostly by the concept before anything.
Yeah, I can understand that, but for myself, there are most of the times when I tried something new, I'm like, damn, this tastes fucking fire, but I just can't get over the texture
Right.
of it.
But I found out when I told my mom, so when I took my mom and dad to yakiniku,
Yeah.
yakitori, sorry. I was asking them what cuts they wanted. And I was like, don't worry, I won't get you any of the weird ones. And they were like, I don't know, if heart's fine, liver's fine,
Yeah.
foot, skin, all this stuff's fine. I was like, what? They were like, yeah. They were like, when we were kids, we ate this stuff. I was like, what? I was like, when did we phase this out? And more importantly, why did we phase this out?
Yeah.
Like, it feels extremely wasteful.
It is extremely
Society.
wasteful.
Yeah.
The cow
So
is
then-
famous that you can eat literally every part of it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, why did we stop eating this? I was like, I don't know. People just got used to breast and you know, I guess because when you get higher up in obviously like, you know, a country gets richer or you get access to more money, you probably were like, fuck it.
Maybe it's
I'll
harder to sell as well.
Absolutely, it was cheaper. Like
Yeah.
this shit was cheaper, but like
Yeah.
you know, steak and kidney pie and all this shit. Like
Yeah.
we were used to eating. I guess my parents were fine with eating the shit, and I was like, why the fuck why did we as a society
Mental diff.
Yeah, why we spaced this out? I guess because we got more comfortable or we got
Yeah.
richer. I don't know what it was, but I was like, this feels like a fucking dumbass idea to have a whole chicken and then over the course of time be like, bye bye.
Yeah.
Like get rid of half of the chicken.
Yeah. And just chug
Why the
it.
fuck did we do that?
But we need chicken nuggets for something, right?
Well, yeah, chicken nuggets.
Yes.
That's also a good use, to be honest.
We just repackaged them as chicken nuggets.
It's always McDonald's. Damn it. The
But
conglomerates.
I do feel like I was like taught not to fuck with these meats, and then I had to unlearn like heart, like eating heart and kidney and all the shit. Like I had to.
Were you taught not to fuck with this meat?
No,
where,
but
where
I
did
was
that,
there-
where was that taught from?
just from never being exposed to it, and I
Yeah,
feel like that is a way of making kids or young adults not want to eat something is by never exposing them to it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because you know, I feel like you get very set in your ways around a certain age, and then you don't really want to experiment much.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people are very experimenting, but like most people, right?
Yes,
So I feel like
Yeah.
I should have been accustomed to eating this shit because I feel like why there's no reason I shouldn't have been.
Like, I don't know why, because the texture that I can't get my head around, or
Slime.
No, I'm okay with slime actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fuck. I was slime and super chewy.
For me,
things.
it's soft bone.
Oh,
like cartilage?
Like cartilage.
Yeah, that's the killer.
So there
dude.
was a lot of like cartilage dishes in China, and I tried a lot of them, and there are a thing in Thailand as well. So it's not like something totally alien to me, but it's just something I have never been able to just get my head around. And anything that,
Man, I go feral for that shit.
yeah,
What's the cartilage yakitori thing called?
Nankotsu.
Nankotsu. I can do nankotsu like 1 or 2 sticks. I'm like, I'm not trying to fiend for it. You know what I mean?
No, I go
Yeah.
feral for it.
But like,
It's so
there's a
good.
limit, and that's because they've like grilled the shit out of it.
Yes, yes.
But then when it's in like a soup,
Yeah.
I'm like, and then it's like eating a bouncy ball. I'm like with bones in it. I'm like, I'm good, man.
Well, it depends on the quality as well,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Sorry, me just trying to.
no,
justify
because
why I'm a baby.
there's this one dish where it was just like this meat, like just marinated in all these Szechuan like spices and peppers and stuff like that. And it was cartilage. And I was like, fuck! I was like, fuck! We were so close to greatness. I was like,
You'd
God.
have to fight me to pry me away from that shit. I'd be like, give me that.
Well, how common?
Give me
was
that
Like,
collagen.
out of like the dishes that you ate, what was the like ratio of like things like I guess like cartilage to like I guess what you would normally expect in other countries?
It was I would have to remember like all the menus, but there were honestly quite a lot. I would say it's like almost like 50-50 in some restaurants of like, here's a weird meat that you're not used to in like the Western world versus basically beef, pork, chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's actually quite a lot, but they always had like a lot of seafood there as well.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
I will say that just Chinese cuisine in general, you go to like different restaurants and you'll always be eating not just a variety of different flavors and foods, but just a variety of different meats as well. They they will not let any part of the animal go to waste.
Well, yeah, of course. They got to
sugar.
feed
No
a billion people. You know? There's only so much that they have to use all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is a shame that we only eat like chicken breast or thigh or wings.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Do you like
It
chicken
is.
feet?
I don't mind it. That's
Yeah.
how it's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, most of the time it comes down to how it's cooked. Like liver, I know it's banned in Japan, but I had raw liver once. Because it was
shit.
one of the workarounds because you can get super sick from liver.
Yeah.
And raw liver, sorry. If it's obviously not kept, like treated properly.
Yes.
And the workaround is some yakiniku place in Japan will say like, oh, you can cook it yourself. And then people just eat it raw. And I had it raw and it scared me on liver for a very long time because it was so gross.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a reason why it's banned. Like you can get sick. Like the odds of you getting sick are honestly not worth.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with it. Sorry, what was the original question? I forgot.
I don't remember, but liver's one of the few meats that I actually can't stand the
chicken
taste of.
feet.
Oh, yeah, chicken feet. Yeah.
I mean, when you have cheap liver, you really
even expensive liver.
I've just never been a fan of liver in general.
It's the
aftertaste.
It's the aftertaste.
It's like
with a beer, it's good.
It's
Though.
that dusty aftertaste that I just.
it's like dusty, and also like it's kind of like when you taste blood a little bit as well.
Or like
Whereas-
the
like the
when you get
irony.
when you
Yeah.
like sprint too much and then you get like fucking gassed out and then you taste blood in your mouth.
you do one cough and you're like
Yeah.
undying,
Yeah.
like that flavor.
I like
Yeah.
heart. Heart is really good.
Heart's great.
Heart's
Yeah.
like
Heart's-
got a nice amount of chew to it, but like very well easy to season.
Heart is like halfway between liver and cartilage when it comes to like texture, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, which like is weird because I like that.
But then again, if your friend takes you to that one spot, you know it's not a great spot.
Yeah.
You're like, I think I'll just stick to the normal ones. I'm not gonna risk it.
yeah.
There are some spots like generally across the board, Japan is pretty safe everywhere. But there are some restaurants where you're like, wouldn't want to try
Yeah.
some of
Yeah.
the dishes here.
Yeah.
The vibe is off in this place.
Yeah.
For me to be eating intestines out.
Normally it'll be like in a Shinjuku right next to all like the like girls bars or something. You're like, maybe I don't want to fuck with this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna take the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Kabukicho has some pretty gnarly restaurants that I would not recommend eating at.
But yeah, honest conclusion is China living in 2035. Honestly, kind of disappointed actually.
Wow, well, you thought your mind's gonna be blown?
I
Did
thought-
you use public transport at all, or were you like cabin everywhere?
Well, Billy sorted out the cabs for me, so I didn't use
Nice.
public transport. But in terms of just like, I guess, infrastructure, development, and everything like that, it was not something that was 100% alien. You'd go out to Shanghai, and yes, you go outside, especially at night, and holy shit, there are so many lights, so many tall buildings. Was kind of like cyberpunky, but it was not unlike any other major megacity. It was just more intense. A lot of big lights, a lot of
people.
a lot of everything. Small thing, in the app, in Uber, when it tells you how far the car is going to be. Well, on the DD app, when they're stopped at a stoplight, you can literally see how long the stoplight is meant to be there for.
Oh,
So
shit.
it'll count down on the app
Whoa.
if they're stopped at like a red light.
That's cool. I mean, unnecessary, but cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of that?
I mean, just to show you that, if your cab is stopped at a stoplight, how long
You have to wait.
you have to wait
Bro, you're
for the cab.
auditing your drivers. You're like, check
Yeah,
this guy's really
just
driving the
checking.
car.
I'm
I'm
just
like,
checking.
bro, it went green 3 seconds ago. Why
Yeah.
are you not moving?
Yeah,
chop,
exactly.
chop.
And Alipay was very convenient, but then I thought about it and I'm like, all right, so is contactless,
Yeah.
So you can't pay with credit cards there?
Visa and MasterCards
Aren't there?
really a thing. You can register it through Alipay, but
Interesting.
you need to pay with Alipay.
Right.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yeah.
That's China.
And yeah, honestly, in terms of like China living in 2035, it's kind of like services that we have already used to in Japan or even like a lot of other Asian countries, just a little bit more refined and a little bit slightly more convenient.
Probably like better UI.
Yeah, better UI and stuff like that. But the whole like 2035 thing, I'm like, maybe I hyped it up too much in my head.
Right.
But I'm just
I want to go on like a bullet train in China. That'd be interesting to see how that is.
That would be cool.
yeah.
Or like a domestic flight. I want to know what the vibes are on
Yeah.
a Chinese domestic flight.
But I imagine it would just be like going on the Shinkansen, but just a bit faster and just a bit
I don't know.
newer.
Shinkansen's pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, no.
And also, like, getting the ticket, pretty one of the easiest ticket buying things in Japan.
But they've got the maglevs in China now, right?
No.
Not yet?
Oh, wait, no, they do have one maglev, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I think most of them are still the traditional, like, Shinkansen
Oh, okay,
styles.
okay. Yeah, I know there's
I
one.
think there's one maglev.
Yeah. I'd love to go on that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Shanghai maglev. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it only does 300 kilometers an hour.
Oh, that's the
Where-
same as the Shinkansen.
Yeah, whereas the Japanese one, what they're trying to build is 500 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Which I think the government of Shizuoka is holding up.
A
Yeah.
high speed of
Is that right?
430
They holding it
kilometers an hour.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're just making sure that it's all like, probably going through the fucking meetings again.
Oh, I thought it was something to do with like they wanted their little like what's in it for me? I thought, which I wasn't sure. But I don't think it stops there.
Oh, I'm not too sure, actually.
I don't know.
I remember there was a
I'm
lot
sure
of-
there
Yeah.
are some. Look, when we're talking about trains, someone's going to be an expert in the
Yeah,
comment section.
505 kilometers an hour.
Oh, the
Okay, but the
one
Shanghai
is
one's 460. Yeah.
I wonder
there you
why
go.
I said 300 in the Google thing.
Okay.
No. Are those maglev the other? No, conventional.
No, they're conventional high-speed rails.
Superconducting maglev is the Japan one. Dude, I really hope this gets built within my goddamn lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, other thing I want them to goddamn finish. The only one
What?
I actually think would be fucking sick. The fucking Hakodate to Sapporo bullet train.
Oh, yeah.
That would be such a big bullet train. I don't know why it got delayed like 5 years again.
I mean, when they built that underwater tunnel that connected
also
Aomori to Hakodate.
Yeah, that is an insane tunnel that they built.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
There's a giant bullet. If you ever get the bullet train from Hakodate, you will go on I feel like one of the longest underground water tunnels in the world.
I think it is, yeah.
It is insane because
You're in a tunnel for like an hour.
It's so long.
Or maybe more than
It's
that.
kind of bonkers.
Yeah. That's Seikan Tunnel, that's it, yeah.
33
53
miles.
kilometers.
Woo! How long's the UK channel one? Is it longer? I wonder. The UK to France channel tunnel.
Oh, is that the one that goes across
I've
the...
done that one too. 31 mile.
Okay,
It's about the same.
That's about the same.
But obviously it's way slower.
Yeah.
But still very impressive.
Yeah, it's like...
Underwater tunnels are so sick.
How do you begin to build that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Romans figured it out. They always figured it
It's
out.
always the Romans, man.
Well, you know, you watch those this fucking 3D videos where they like show you what the Romans did, and you're like,
Yeah.
that is nuts how someone figured that out.
Yeah.
They were just ahead of it.
Yeah.
Romans mentioned. Someone's gonna be in the comments.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Just to like worrying them out.
Yeah,
you know?
every day.
You know? But yeah.
Yeah. Also made me think this whole like trend of like this country is living in 2035. Do you think that's just a way to say, hey, this country does things a little bit differently?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think also there's a lot of stagnation and a lot
Yeah.
of people look outward for inspiration.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of makes you get like, why isn't my government doing this? When
Yeah.
you see something in China that's like really efficient. And then you're like, well, it's very different.
It's like, if China can do it, then we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
maybe like superiority
not just China, but there's this.
Japan too,
Japan
yeah.
and Korea as well. Which
Yeah, but
is,
in the case of Japan, half the shit that you see where it's like, this is why Japan is living in the future is not futuristic in the slightest. It's just different.
I want to start a fucking series to see if there's anything we can say like, oh, this is why fucking England is living in 2035.
Why the UK is living in the future.
I actually think that's probably the one country you'd have a really hard time with. You'd have a hard ass time doing that. I don't know.
Like I reckon if you go to fucking Norway or like one of the European countries, there's probably something cool about one of those.
probably like every
totally,
like
yeah.
social service.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
This is why Norway is living in 2020.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't it the whole thing? Like, I think it's like
2035.
Sweden or Norway, or one of the Norse countries is like, in the next like 10 years or something, completely gonna get rid of all like motor based like engines in their cars, and they're gonna go like full electric cars or
Probably
something like
Norway.
that.
Oh, I thought you said murder.
No, it's like,
I think you said murder as well.
motor.
Murder-based engines. I was like, they're going to get rid of all murder?
Yeah, they're
How
going to
the
get rid of
fuck-
all murder.
How the fuck are they going to do that? Where are all the true crime podcasts
We
going to
have
go now?
eradicated murder. No one is dying.
Yes.
This is how we're living in the future.
Yeah, because it kind of made me realize that some of these functionalities just look cooler, I guess, in Asian countries. Like, I remember going to Japan and be like, yo, you can order with your tablet at a restaurant and then you don't need to like talk to the cashier or something. And then I realized the UK has that. It's just fucking QR ordering. It just feels a lot less cool, even though the functionality exactly the fucking same.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, because you know that if they had that in the UK, that tablet is getting stolen day one.
But also, I don't really want to touch a tablet that everyone else has been touching as well. I'm like, I am kind of okay. And it takes up room on the table.
Yeah.
And then I realized I don't like ordering through our QR codes anyway. Could you just bring the waiter over? Like, I'd rather actually, I kind of want to talk to a human being.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
You know, I hated it.
Can we bring back human interaction?
Yeah, every time I go to the UK and I have to order through a QR code, I'm like, oh, okay. I
Yeah.
guess I'll not talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I get sad about it.
Is that us being unks? Or
Probably.
is that a legit criticism? I don't
Probably.
know. I don't even know anymore.
I don't know. But
I swear.
I would say that, China is more developed right now, more efficient. But
Nice.
it's not like other countries aren't also as well.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just all living in 2035 and we don't know it yet.
Maybe he's right.
Damn, base.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? But you also went to America, right?
I did.
For how many
If
time?
you want to learn about fucking 2035, I'm say about like 1995.
How many times? What number trip is this to the US this year for you?
When did I went
Because you went to New York for the
New
MGS
York.
thing. You went to AX.
AX?
You were probably there before
LA.
for something.
Did I? When did I go to LA last? I don't know when I went back last time.
I don't know. As someone who goes once a year, it seems like you're there every other month.
I don't know when I went back before. I actually think I hadn't been from July. I don't think I went until the America trip, the one we went on.
AX.
I think so.
Oh.
Did I go to America for something? I went to Wales.
Mm-hmm.
But then after I think you went before Cyclothon.
I don't think I went before Cyclothon. You can tell by how many videos I do with Ludwig.
Yeah.
That's normally how you can tell. That's normally the indicator.
So what did you go for this time?
I went for an anime convention and for Anime Impulse,
Oh, okay.
which was in the Anaheim
Wait,
Convention
you went
Center.
to another anime convention? Then an
Well,
anime
yeah, so
expo?
I signed up to this maybe like
we still do that shit?
not really. What, anime conventions?
Yeah.
Well, not really. You know, I kind of signed up to it quite a while ago because it sounded pretty hype and it was pretty fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also going to LA, it's so easy because I just rock up to Lud's house and
Yeah.
I mean, it's great for me because I don't have to order Uber Eats because QD is amazing and cooks food that's yummy and bakes dessert. So, and there's a stream set up in a bedroom that's mine. Like they're like, this is your bedroom, Connor. And it's great. So for me, it's just like a second home.
You're
at this
basically
point.
roommates at this point.
I am. It's great. I just, you know, I can do my laundry. It's great. The reason why people are like, man, you go to America so often. I'm like, if you were there and you saw how chill it was for me, I think you'd understand.
Yeah, right.
It's easier than going to like my parents' house.
It's like a holiday home for you.
Kinda, yeah, because they have a full they have a full work thing that I can do. I can, you know, it's super easy for me to go there. But so that's why I agreed to go to it because I was like, oh, it's in LA, but it was in Anaheim, so I was going from like LA to Anaheim every day, and that's like 50-minute drive, which was quite long. But then I brought my Steam Deck. Been playing Monster Train 2. That was hype. And then
Monster Train?
Monster Train.
What's that?
It's a kind of cool roguelike game that I got into I got sent a code. Did it on like a YouTube series. It's kind of fun. It's like Slay the Spire, but a bit more complicated.
Okay.
Very nice. But that's not what I was doing. Anyway, I did the anime convention and I hadn't done a meet and greet in so long. Maybe like, fucking hell, when was the last time we did a meet and greet? It would have been with you guys last time I did a meet and greet.
Tour? Tour?
Does tour count?
Yeah, I guess no, tour doesn't count.
What do you mean by meet and greet? Like a
Like
signing?
you sit down and you chat with people, and when people come.
It was
Probably
Anime Expo.
AX a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah,
2
right.
years
It must have
ago?
been like 3 years ago.
Probably when we hosted the the 18 plus party at AX.
Yeah, that must have been it.
Yeah.
I hadn't done a meet and greet in like that long, and not because I
Because I hate all of you.
fucking hate our fans, but no, it was mainly because I kind of felt that you couldn't really talk to viewers. I kind of felt bad because it would kind of be like, hi, hello, picture, leave.
Yeah, you kind of have like a meaningful
And so,
conversation.
I felt like there was no room there to actually get to chat with people. Whereas like if we're in line, like I bumped into a guy at the line when I went to a Dodgers game. Like I got to have like a 5-10 minute chat with him and actually have what I hopefully was a more meaningful conversation and hopefully a better interaction because of it.
Yeah.
And so I kind of felt like I don't really want to do meet and greet. But then one of the stipulations of doing it for this convention was doing a meet and greet, but it was ticketed, so it was like limited. And so that was kind of nice that it was set. Only the people who had like signed up ahead of time could go. And it was nice because I got at least like 2 minutes with everyone, which was a little bit better. And you could have an opportunity to chat. And it was nice because I hadn't done it in so long, and it was really nice getting to see how excited people were. I think if I did them all the time, I wouldn't fuck with it. But doing it on a rare occasion was really nice. So the convention was fine. It was chill. And then I did 5 days of IRL streaming.
Yeah,
And
I saw
flew to
that.
Texas for one of them.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
And that was a lot.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, the flight itself is kind of chill because domestic flights are kind of okay in America. It's like whatever. You can rock up like an hour before, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Why'd you go to Texas?
Well, I went to Alveus Sanctuary, which is a nature, like a sanctuary for animals.
Oh, cool.
And kind of like teaches you about animals and stuff. And it's run by Maya, who used to be a streamer. Well, I guess still is a streamer. But used to be mainly a streamer, opened an animal sanctuary and kind of like, taking care of these animals.
Cool.
And she's super passionate about it, so it was really fun. And I really wanted to go for a while. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go to Texas. Fuck it, because it's not hard." Turns out it's kind of annoying.
It's not that hard. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why I thought it was like a 2-hour flight,
Yeah.
and I guess it kind of it's 2 hours and like 40 minutes, but it's just like 3 online. But the latest flight you can get from LA is like, I think it was 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. And then I landed at like 1 because obviously you then
Time zones.
plus 2. So that was kind of annoying. And then I got there and I think my brain thought I was going back to Japan because the moment I landed, could not sleep. And I nearly overslept in this hotel room, which I was just like this.
Right.
Got to sleep at 7 a.m.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Had to wake up at 8, missed my alarm because of course I did. Woke up at 10, which was the latest I could wake up. And then I had to panic and I was like, fuck. And then I had to convince an Uber driver that was willing to go in the middle of bumfuck nowhere to take me out here to this nature sanctuary. Because obviously it's a nature sanctuary.
Yeah.
So I was very stressful. I'm sweating even thinking about waking up late is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a level of
Oversleeping is like.
there is a level of panic that you get when you wake up late that is unrivaled.
Yeah.
Like you feel like the world is collapsing and
Yeah.
you have 5 minutes to figure it out.
Because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I was very fortunate that I naturally woke up
Yeah.
after 3 hours of sleep. Like, and I checked my phone. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I leave my phone on dead silent,
Yeah.
except for alarms. So I had no like if you try to call me, no vibrating. It doesn't, nothing. So that was very stressful, but very worth it. I had a really fun time, and I speed ran, had some Texas barbecue at the airport.
Nice.
Barbecue airport, mid as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not very good. But I did
that's
try.
not a shocker at all.
Yeah, who could have guessed?
Yeah.
So next time I'll leave at least one day because I want to try barbecue.
Yeah.
And then I did Disney, aquarium. I went to a rage room.
That's good fun.
And then I went to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
Wow.
Ah.
So that fucking a lot.
In September?
They start the Halloween stuff in September.
Oh.
It was kind of sick. It was like everything was themed.
Cool.
It was open from 7 p.m. till 2 a.m. Every worker is like trying to fucking scare you. They have so many horror things.
God, America goes so hard on the
Dude.
Halloween stuff. They fucking love it there, dude.
Sick ass rides. Such good like food and booze. Just fucking amazing. I love Universal so much. That was so fun. Mouse was streaming it, so she'd bought the VIP package, which was great because I got to skip every single line.
Right.
So it was awesome. So then we'd do like 2 lines, and they'd be like, "You want some snacks or some margaritas?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, that sounds amazing. Let's do it." American decadence is truly at another level, which I strive for in my life. Jack? Oh, I met Jack Skellington.
Oh yeah, you had to be specific about Jack. Like
I met Jack Skellington.
Which Jack?
That Jack Skellington
The
guy,
Jack
He was
Skellington?
like, dude, he was the one-to-one. He had the same aura and everything.
Damn.
Okay.
Disney's fun. I like Disney too, but it's just way busier. And Disney is obviously a lot more kid-centric, whereas the Universal, especially the Halloween Horror Nights, felt like super adult themed, which I was super more down for. And then they had this one section that was like a monstrous, like a Latin American horror-inspired section, dude. And they had that thing where they tear the bag of chips and they make the nachos in the bag. Oh my god, I was living. I was on the best fucking.
He was living and shitting.
Dude, I was so fucking hype. It was amazing. But yeah, I was just exhausted, just streaming and doing shit every day. But it was a lot of fun. I just mostly streamed. That was mostly what I did.
I mean, if you're streaming for 5 days straight, all IRL streaming.
Yeah. And like traveling, like flying between it.
Yeah.
And then flying it in America.
Yeah.
And then, it was crazy. But it was a lot of fun. But it was mostly all work and all streamed.
Yeah.
And then I played basketball one day. I realized I'm terrible at basketball.
You don't have a basketball build.
No, I'm built like a fridge.
You could do a lot of sports. Basketball just isn't one of them.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I can't imagine you like doing a layup.
No, fuck no. I didn't get to do any. I was so useless. I didn't know where to be.
Did you score a basket?
This time I didn't. Last time I did.
Run it through me. How did you score?
Yeah.
Last time I got a 3.
2-pointer. Oh, you got a 3?
It was so sweet because the team I was on, because they did like there was 20 of us and they were doing 5v5s.
Yeah.
And then it was like who got to play was who hit a 3. And of course I hit a 3 randomly. I was like, oh, okay. So I got to play with like the better players. I think not better players, but people who are, I guess, I don't know.
More experienced.
But I was dog shit. And they were being all so nice because they understood that I didn't fucking know the rules either. So like
What do you mean?
Like I didn't understand like traveling.
Okay.
It's like, don't worry, guys. He's British.
I didn't understand like how I was allowed to block, and when I guard or screen, I wasn't allowed to move.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get.
So
that.
you know this if you read Slam Dunk.
I have read Slam Dunk.
Well, clearly
but
you
it's
did
very
it.
different when you're on the
Clearly
fucking
you did
court.
it because they explain all of this.
When you're on the court, it's just different.
He's like ball
just
goes
so
into
many,
hoop.
like fouling and stuff. I didn't quite fully understand how that works.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would like accidentally foul people, but everyone was very patient. But people also knew when they threw the ball to me that it was like a 10% chance I'd make it, and that 90% chance we'd be handing it over. So it was fun, but it was fun. I
It's the
tried.
equivalent of giving your little brother the control for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, I was going to tank
like, just
the
let him
team.
play.
But it was nice though. I appreciated it. I played
That's cool,
basketball,
though.
so that was fun.
That's
That was
nice.
Yeah,
fun.
that's sick.
Yeah, but that was mostly it. Like I just streamed. It was a very uneventful LA trip. Everything I did, you can watch online.
Cool. I'm not gonna,
Do you feel like you document your life less because so much of your life is documented through work?
I mean, it's so documented.
it's all documented.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
But do you find because of that you stopped like taking photos or documenting other parts of your life that
I was never a big photo taker anyway.
yeah.
Before I was doing live streaming stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's changed.
I don't think that's changed for myself either. I'm so excited to get to the point where I'm like regretting that the only things I have of myself is just shit I've done for like trash tasting on camera.
Right.
But that shit is cool though.
That is cool.
But then other than pictures I take, I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't really take pictures.
I don't like. I remember going through my phone because
Like China, did you take a lot of pictures?
no.
Right? Is that bad though?
Huh?
Like, I feel like I'm so, I don't want to be that guy. I live in the moment.
I think the argument can be made both ways.
I've always been like I live in the moment kind of guy, but then I get to a point where I start forgetting what I've done, and
Well,
so
I'm
then
glad that there is the picture person normally in the friend group. It's
Yeah.
just not me.
yeah. Unfortunately, when I go on dates for like me and Sydney, neither of us are the picture person. So sometimes we're like, oh, let's find a nice picture of us together, and we're like, where are all the pictures of us together?
is none.
It's all food. It's all fucking food.
I think half of my camera roll is food as well. I won't lie to you. It's mostly food.
yeah.
See, Aki and I are both the camera people, so we have too many photos.
Oh man, I think that's the better problem to have.
Yeah.
Your
And-
family photos are going to be like,
Yeah, and Aki's like really gotten into film photography recently too. So like we actually have like physical
Oh, that's
film
cool. That's cool.
rolls and like
Yeah.
actual film photos and stuff. So like we can actually make like a proper photo book as well,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I'd want to do that.
Yeah,
I
you
want to
should.
make. I want to make a photo book.
Yeah, do it. It's fun as fuck. It's such a nice moment because
I
you can
feel
like
like-
look back on it together and be like, oh, you remember that?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. And instead, I have like trash taste content. Like, that's not really the same vibe. Going back to one of your IRL streams, I'm like, oh, you remember that? Yo, you remember when Twitch Sad was like, Pog? Yeah, yeah.
It's like, let's reminisce on our time together, darling. Loads up stream highlights channel. Oh, you remember that? You remember that, chatter?
Those are my happy memories.
No, I think
man.
look, I think the argument can be made both ways. I am also completely okay with the people who are like, I live in the moment, because I think that's also really important as well. You know, but as you were saying, Garnt, like, you know, for people like us who do a lot of things
Yeah.
every other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, after a while you're just like, shit, what did I do 6 months ago again? I don't remember. I did something.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the specifics of it or anything.
My Google timeline has more information, brings me more information about what I did than the photos I take.
I know I shouldn't give them that info, but it is super convenient having the timeline
Right.
and knowing like, oh, okay, that's what I was doing that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of helpful.
What you been playing?
I started playing Silksong.
Is it worth the hype?
It's, you know what's the problem? I have such a dilemma with that game. I absolutely fucking love it. I'm just tremendously ass at it. And it's the biggest dilemma. It's like, I've had that with a couple of games where I'm like, same with like, you know, like when I try to play Elden Ring, for example, it's like, I love the vibe of this game. I love what it has going for it. I just suck at it. But like with Silksong, it's like, it's one of those games where it's like, I feel like it's not as punishing as say something like Elden Ring, maybe because I'm more used to like the kind of 2D platformer games, just from like the games that I play. But man, it's so good, bro. It's so good. The hype is real with this game. It's so good. It is punishing. It's harder than the first game, definitely. And that first game was already quite difficult for me, so. But yeah, incredible game. I every time I have like even like 30 minutes, I'm just like, all right, let's fucking load it up, see how far I can get.
Time to
then
go.
I hit that one wall and I'm just like, fuck this game. I'll come back to it next day. And then my mind resets again. I'm just like, nah, this game's golden. Let's go. Yeah. So that's kind of been my weird little obsession recently.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played the original Hollow Knight, so I probably
dude.
want to play that before I play Silksong.
Yeah, I'm not too far into the game, so I don't know how much of the actual narrative of the first game is like passed on to this game,
Well,
obviously.
also,
but,
I just want to be a completionist and be like,
oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh, dude, Hollow Knight, the first game is absolutely worth playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an incredibly well-made game.
Sorry to joke, Garnt. Do you want one?
Yes, I would like one. Thank you very much.
Oh, adventurous, are we?
Yes, I've already had one coffee today.
Have you started playing Silksong?
No, I've not been the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but only barely.
Yeah, do you know what I've been playing recently? Randomly, just Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, really?
I know I'm like 2-3 years late. But
Wait, you just started it?
No.
Or are you like picking it back up again?
No, I just started it a week ago, I
okay.
think. And I'm
Thoughts?
like, I think 50 hours in or some shit
Jeez,
like
all right,
that.
you're in.
I
What do you think?
God, I'm so conflicted, man.
You play Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, I played Breath of the Wild. Loved it.
Yeah.
Fucking one of my favorite games of all time. I don't know. I've never been so addicted to something that I'm not passionate about. I don't know how I don't know how to
weird.
properly word this.
No, I think I get what you're saying.
Because I'm like, I play it and I'm like, I'm having a good time, but there's just, I don't know, something's missing. The feeling, the magic is missing, but I'm still addicted to it. But I don't have the magic feeling of when I'm usually addicted to a video game.
I didn't really want to do Breath of the Wild with different mechanics. I
Yeah.
think that's why I didn't really.
You just
touch
wanted
it.
something completely new.
I think I just wanted something different. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I was pretty content with that world in the way that it was presented with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And I think, and maybe now I'm like, it felt like after Breath of the Wild, it was all open world games for so long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of over it.
Do you want to know the worst thing?
Okay.
I actually think playing Genshin Impact has ruined my Tears of the Kingdom experience.
What?
How so?
Not just Genshin, but also Genshin, Wuthering Waves, all the other like open worlds.
like
Why is it
Honkai and all
ruined?
those.
Huh?
Why is it ruined?
Because I am a lot more used to the exploration aspects of just exploring, the part of the magic of Breath of the Wild for me was just exploring like this new fucking world. And it was like, no matter where you went, you'd always discover something. And I think after playing it and, after experiencing other games that have similar mechanics, but obviously in Tears of the Kingdom, it's much more polished. I'm not saying the other games are as polished as Tears of the Kingdom. Especially the build mechanics as well. The build mechanics in Tears of the Kingdom is very, very interesting, but also makes me feel like a dumb baby because it just made me realize, man, I have zero imagination.
I see. Yeah.
I'm building the same things, and I go online, and people are building like fucking mechs and
Oh, yeah.
all these
Yeah.
like different contraptions, and I'm like, I build boat with fan on back. Yes.
I get two log, put them together, put a fan in the back, right on it.
Yeah, I'm
It
like,
works,
damn,
man, it
I have
works.
zero
Yeah,
imagination.
no, I feel that. I feel that.
But yeah, so the exploration aspect of Tears of the Kingdom just isn't hitting the same as when I play Breath of the Wild. Because
I mean, it's a familiar map already.
it is a
right?
familiar map, but it's about there's not that same excitement about, discovering a shrine, or it kind of gets like grating when you climb a massive mountain and you're like, what I'm gonna find here? Oh, it's a Korok again, of course. And after you spend the first, the 20 hours or so exploring the Sky Islands, which I thought was like super fucking cool, super exciting. Then you kind of realize, okay, you're probably going to find the same things in the Sky Islands. And so it just started to get a little bit predictable. And so I think that was why like the magic was just not there, which is weird to say because I'm playing it and I'm like, the moment-to-moment gameplay is so fucking good and so addicting that I have spent this many hours into it, but I feel like I'm going to stop playing it and I'm going to be like, that was all right. It's super weird and conflicting because I can tell it's a really, really great game and I'm playing it a lot and I'm addicted to it, but
it's not Breath of the Wild.
Emotionally, I'm just not attached to it at all.
Yeah,
and that's
right.
very rare that I get something I'm addicted to that I'm not also really emotionally attached to.
No, I kind of get that because I feel my experience with Tears of the Kingdom as well was kind of similar. Where like when I think back to like my experience, because obviously I beat the game. I got all the shrines, so I put at least like 100 hours into that game. But like at the end of the day, I'm like, overall, my Breath of the Wild experience was more memorable.
Yeah.
And more enjoyable.
Even
and maybe
though-
it's because it was a new thing at the time completely,
Yeah.
but no, I get what you're saying.
I feel like the magic of Breath of the Wild is just gone now because there are so many games that have try to do something similar to Breath of the Wild that it just doesn't feel as special anymore. And Tears of the Kingdom is a better game than Breath of the Wild in, every single way possible with like more mechanics, bigger maps and everything. But it just doesn't hit the same.
I also really don't like durability systems.
Sorry?
Durability systems.
Durability system?
Yeah.
Oh, like with weapon durability?
Yeah, I hate durability in video games. Just a personal preference.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Why?
Because I end up hoarding the good weapons that I never want to use. Like Breath of the Wild, I think I had like 5 of the really good like mech swords or something, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never use them
Really?
because I'd be too afraid I'd never get another one.
Yeah.
No, I used the shit out of them because I knew I was going to get another one.
See, I was like halfway in between where I would I would save them until absolutely necessary
Yeah.
when there's like a
Like
big
Ganon.
yeah. When
Like, all right, finally the final boss. I'll use my ethers.
But I understand why it works in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, just because there's not enough.
It's necessary.
It's necessary because otherwise you'll have a weapon and you'll just constantly hoard out.
You'll never feel the need to explore.
Yeah, exactly. And getting that dopamine hit of getting a decent weapon or a decent material is just like, okay, this is why the weapon system is here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also adds,
because like Minecraft would suck without it.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah.
It adds cool stakes as well, especially like in the case of Tears of the Kingdom. I remember there were so many moments where I was like, all right, let's go underground and, try and like 100% the map. And you'd go out and explore and you'd be like, I don't know what the fuck's waiting for me out there, but all right, I think I have enough weapons and, everything ready.
Yeah.
And then you go into some areas and you're just like, oh, you go halfway through this like mini boss battle and you're like, maybe I'm not prepared. And so like it adds like a new stake of like, oh shit, now I gotta like think on the spot to be like, how the fuck am I gonna do this with the limited shit that I do have?
Yeah.
And if I can't beat it then it kind of forces me to go out to be like, all right, let's strategize. Let's try and figure out like if it didn't work with this arsenal, then maybe I can have this arsenal instead and then use it in this way. And it forces you to like kind of get creative with it. And that's not even including like the whole building thing. Once you add like the building elements into that, then it adds like a whole new layer of like, you can beat this in any fucking way you want. It's just up to you.
Yeah, it got to the point where there's so many mechanics that I actually had to like purposely try to nerf myself for some of the shrines.
Right.
Because there's this one mechanic that is just fucking broken and it's cool when you figure it out. But then I swear to God, you can use it on half the shrines. There's this rewind mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
The rewind mechanic.
The rewind
right?
mechanic,
where you can take any item and then you can rewind. You can basically rewind the item to where it once was while also interacting with that item. What that means is that you can take an item and there's this ability where you can like hover the item and move it wherever you want. So you can just, let's say you're trying to get to a ledge, you can just take the item, move it near enough to the edge with your hover ability, take it back, rewind it, get on it, and then
It
just
takes you
kinda
a while.
trivializes
Yeah.
the
You
game.
can cheese a lot of the game with that.
yeah, and I'm like, yo, when I figured it out, I was like, yo, I'm a fucking genius. And then I realized I was using it for every fucking shrine, and I wasn't like actually solving the way.
But then why should you as the player have to have self-imposed restrictions?
Yeah, I
Like,
think that's
I'm
a
not gonna
great
use it.
part about the game is the fact that the game doesn't necessarily punish you, or I think doesn't necessarily discourage you from doing that once you figure it out, because there's probably a lot of players who never figured it out,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, well, all right, we put that in the game, and if that's the way you want to do it, cool.
Yeah, I do like the player freedom, and I think the player freedom comes at a cost of like, if you do figure something out, sometimes it takes away from the fun.
Yeah, players
for sure.
will always do whatever is easiest and least effort, even if they're looking for fun in the game. So I kind of like it when they put limitations and would like stop that, because I would 100% do the lazy thing and then be like, I don't like this game. But like, and then you can be like, well, you should not do that. And I'm like, well, I don't like it that I have to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's why
I
my
just-
favorite part of both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild is that island down in the south where you basically get all of your weapons and your like equipment stripped away.
Oh, yeah.
Until you like finish the
yeah.
shrine. That's my favorite part of the game, because like that's the really the
that's
only
fun.
part of the game where the game hard limits you to be like, all right, you have no other choice but to start from this.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. I
wish they did that more.
I did, and I'm glad there are some shrines in Tears of the Kingdom where the entire concept of the shrine is that you get stripped of everything and you have to abuse one certain mechanic to beat all the enemies there. That was like that kind of concept in like a very, very small form.
Yeah.
Because you can get some like wild combinations and builds in Tears of the Kingdom, which I never got because I have zero imagination. But I've seen some people do some pretty wild things.
Yeah. Even just attaching certain items to certain like weapons and stuff, where I'm just like, how did you figure that out?
Yeah.
You know, like I remember the first time, like when you would like go underground and it's completely pitch black, and the whole idea is you're supposed to use those like luminescent like plants or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like being a fucking noob and just chucking it as far as I could, being like, ooh, like a fucking like a frag. I'm just like, okay, go for that. And then I saw one clip of a guy being like, just attach it to your arrow and shoot it as far as you can. I'm like, that's insane. How the
Yeah.
fuck did you figure that
It
out?
is cool that you can touch.
You didn't
everything
figure
to
that
everything.
out?
No. I explored the entire thing just fucking throwing all these seeds everywhere with Link's like right arm.
That was the first thing I did. I was like, this seems really inefficient.
I'm just like, damn, this is really taking a long time to navigate this map. There's got to be an easy way. I just never figured it out.
There's so many more smart ways the game could teach you these things. Like maybe having an enemy shoot you with a dart with like that.
Look, I'm
so
sure
you'd be like, well, hold on a second.
I think I was just dumb in this
Yeah,
instance.
maybe that can happen.
Which is entirely my fault, so it's, whatever. It's not on the game.
Some things are intuitive when it comes to like combining things together.
Yeah.
Some things are just absolutely fucking wild.
Or the fact that, like, for example, like if you attach a keys eye, like the bat eye to an arrow, then it becomes a homing arrow.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. And I was like, there's literally just someone being like, I wonder what happens if I combine these two things, and then just
I
experiment.
guess that's
right?
like the point of the game, right?
That's the whole point of the game.
But then sometimes you don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just don't have time to do like
That was
you
my
just don't have
thing.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the problem because
Yeah.
I realized playing Tears of the Kingdom, I just have zero patience now. I was like, how do I do this one
Genshin
thing?
brain rotted.
Yeah, I was like, how do I do this one thing? I'm like, fuck it, I'll just
brute force it. Yeah.
No, fuck it, I'll just like Google that shit. 'Cause I was like getting my ass kicked, right?
Yeah.
Later in the game, and I knew that there was this fairy that could upgrade my equipment.
Yes.
Right, and I knew that there was a side quest that I needed to complete because I interact with the fairy, and it was like, oh, you need this. I couldn't for the life of me find where to start the side quest. So I was searching around, and I'm sure eventually I was going to discover it naturally, but luckily the world kind of like levels up with you, so the enemies level up naturally as you kind of progress through the game. So I was just getting my like one shot by like just the basic moblins there.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, I can't be asked to find where to find the side quest naturally. I'm just going to fucking Google it because I'm lazy. and just like so many little things like that when I'm like, I'm sure I'm going to find this eventually, but I want to find it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big believer in like you do the game the way you want to do it.
Totally.
Obviously, if you use a guide the entire time through a game, it could be lame. But if that's how you like to do it, fine. But then don't go and like shit all over it and be like, this game sucks. It's like, yeah, because you let the fucking IGN wiki play it for you. You know. But I'm also like, as sometimes you just get stuck. Well, sometimes you're like, I don't want to fucking spend 3 hours figuring this out.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And in a day and age where, especially when you're an adult, you work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got things to do.
You don't have to sit there and mull it out for 3 hours. I think that's bullshit. I think if you want to just be like, fuck this, I want to get past this part.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. I do not want to let this part ruin my enjoyment.
Yeah.
I'm going to get past
It's like
it.
you bought the game, you play it how you want.
Like, but some people get really upset about it. It's like, in Dark Souls, I wanted to suffer for 19 hours. Like, good for you, man.
No, I did
Great.
want
Good.
Good for you, buddy. I wanted
like
to
myself.
not do that. I wanted a little bit of help.
I
and
did do that
guidance.
to myself, and I loved it.
Well, it's optional. right? Like,
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people want guidance, so like I would prefer to know like what's the best routing, and because like Dark Souls, like, again, just bring that up. Like, yeah, you could probably go to like the catacombs right away, and the game will probably try and subtle in its own Dark Souls way that you're fucked. You should probably go the other way. But some people don't take a hint very well. I'm sometimes that person, and sometimes I do need a bit of help.
Yeah.
With knowing, hey, maybe you should go this way. You'll actually like the game if you go this way.
Yeah.
Or stuff like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it helps, and there's no shame in that. I think you do the game and you enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it.
Totally.
Yeah.
As long as you don't be a baby and cry about it when you don't have fun with something.
Yeah.
Get over it.
For sure.
Also finished Expedition 33 as well after fucking months.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You like it?
Oh, bro. It was...
That's goated, bro.
Yeah. You need to play
I need to
Joe.
get on it. Yeah, I know.
I really like the ending of it as well.
Yeah, the ending's really good.
Yeah.
I think the first act is my favorite paced. I feel like it's super strong compared to the second part of the game, really. I know there's 3 acts, but it's mostly like Act 1, long Act 2, short Act 3. But like I feel like the midway points where I really like I was super into it. And then the second half I felt was still amazing, but like the pacing wasn't as good personally.
Did you do any of the side contents?
Sadly, I didn't. I
in Act
didn't.
3?
No.
Okay.
Sadly, I did not. I went straight to the end, which I kind of regret, but I heard some of the side content was amazing.
Yeah. Because after Tears of the Kingdom, I'm probably going to work my way through some of the side content.
Yeah, I still want to do it at some point.
Yeah.
Because I heard some of the side bosses are insane.
Yeah, because I don't know. Did you find the last boss really fucking easy?
I was on expert mode.
I was on expert mode as well.
I did not find the last boss easy.
Oh.
Skill diff.
I did not find it easy. I was struggling.
Damn, all right, Garnt. He's a gamer.
Okay, I don't know what level you were. Maybe you were a higher level than me. I don't know.
Did you grind?
No, I think I just figured out a stupidly broken build.
Right.
I mean, that is one thing I really liked about that game.
Yeah.
Like, it allowed you to make whatever kind of build you wanted to make.
Yeah.
Maybe my build was dog shit.
Yeah, because I accidentally did the boss on my second go because I was like waiting to like do it enough times to properly learn the counters and properly learn the attack moves. And I did one perfect counter and I did like 500,000 in damage, which took it down.
Did you have like the perfect counter build? Is that like you spec all into countering?
I spec'd a lot into countering.
Okay.
I mean, he was the parry king in Elden Ring, remember?
Yeah. So I was like, and everyone was like, damn, you just skipped a phase of the boss by that one fucking.
No.
It's like a speedrun tactic.
Although I saw every phase multiple times.
And I was like, damn, I was kind of getting ready to like learn all the attack moves, and I did one attack, and just
if I fucked up a one combo, everyone would wipe.
Okay.
But maybe I wasn't high enough level. I don't know.
Well, I would always be wiped as well. I just did it once, and that was like enough.
He's just a
He's goated, man. He's a gamer.
Shit.
Real gamer.
It's hard. I mean, it's basically a rhythm game.
It is.
A rhythm game, which I'm not good at.
That's what I love about the parry mechanics. It basically turns into a rhythm game.
I still think about that one Dark Souls boss that like appears when you're on the bridge.
Which one?
You know when you're in you're on the bridge and the bridge collapses and this dude fucking Kiritos pulls out two swords and it's just like it's like an Elden Ring boss. I love that boss so much.
Wait, are we talking about Expedition 33?
Yeah,
Or
Expedition 33.
It's a Dark Souls-like character.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you don't remember this guy. This guy was like my favorite boss.
I don't remember him.
That's crazy that you don't remember. What was your favorite boss?
What was my favorite boss?
You probably skipped it somehow.
One hit it.
One hit it.
One hit perfect
Probably
combo.
without spoiling.
Don't spoil, 'cause I wanna play.
Second to last boss in Act 2. The second to last boss.
Dog?
Huh?
Dog?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I like that
Includes
fight.
a dog.
Yeah, I like that fight.
That was such an awesome fight.
That was a good fight.
Yeah. And I like the combo that they pulled out just never seemed to end. Like
Some of them were fucking ridiculous. You're like, please stop.
I'm like, all right, it's over. No, it's go. Oh, another 7-hit combo. Okay. And I've seen some clips of some like the other bosses.
Dude, the side bosses look insane.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I do want to do it.
I really, really want to do it. This looks so much fun. Or maybe I should just pick up Sekiro finally. Just play that.
Yeah, you should do a no-hit run.
That ain't happening, man. I like my parries. I don't like my parries that much, man.
I don't know, man. You were all over in Elden Ring, so.
Yeah, you love Sekiro, I think. It is built for you.
Yeah.
And it's weeb, so doubly sick.
It's Japan.
Sekiro is sick.
I still need to play the DLC in Dark Souls, man.
You mean Elden Ring?
Sorry, yeah, Elden Ring.
Yeah, me too, but man, I'm kind of like, fuck, I really don't want to at this point. I feel like it's been too long.
There's also too many games coming out recently that I want to play.
I feel like I've waited too long.
You never waited too long.
No, maybe I'll play it someday.
What's the next game on your to playlist?
That's a great question. I really want to play Metal Gear Solid 4,
Oh, yeah.
Bioshock Infinite. And I would love to do Dark Souls 2.
I would love to finish. Is it Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds?
Outer Wilds.
Out of Worlds. No,
Wilds.
Wilds.
Yeah.
Outer Wilds? Yeah, really want to do that.
Yeah, you got to finish that. You would love that, dude.
I know I would love this.
I'm just waiting for the day you finally come into the office and you've played it.
Want to play Undertale?
You never played Undertale?
You never played Undertale? That is my Full Metal Alchemist of games.
I got all the endings.
That is my Full Metal Alchemist of
Have you
games.
played, what's the other game?
Deltarune?
Deltarune.
No, I've not played Deltarune.
Yeah.
Is that how, or what's up
it's
with
acts.
Yeah.
So I think like
They're like chapters.
3 or Act 4 is out, and I think it's like going up to like 6.
that?
Or
Right.
something. So it's taking a while.
Undertale's great. You'd love Undertale.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
chapter 4 is out. I don't know how many chapters there are going to be, but I think it's going to be like 6 or 8. I can't remember, something like that. I think it's 6. I don't know.
I think for me, the next game I'm going to play after I finish, hopefully, Silksong is, I think by the time I finish it, hopefully Ghost of Yotei will be out by then.
Just Yotei.
Yeah.
Did you play Ghost of Tsushima?
Yeah. I love that game.
I didn't play it.
I never finished it.
Oh, it's so good. It's so
I
good.
think Chris played it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Chris played it and wouldn't shut up about him playing it.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a beautiful game. And Yotei
I'm
looks
pumped
so
about it.
fucking
Well, this is a very
good.
Chris game because it's very cinematic.
Cinematic and Japan.
Cinematic and Japan.
It's like, wait, it's a Japanese game, but it's not weeb shit. I'm playing it.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
But yeah, I'm so excited for this game, dude.
Hokkaido in it.
Hokkaido in it.
Oh,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
might play it. I don't know how. I'll see how I feel. I don't know. Don't know why. Someone made a comment. They were like, "Can't want to play a game unless it's like Hungarian sub, fucking try impossible to beat." And I was like, "That's funny. It's true. It is true, actually."
no, I just don't think you play AAA games.
Yeah, I haven't played many of them. I don't know. Kind of just like indie games are so good right now.
They are.
They're
Yeah.
like the stuff that indie games are doing is so interesting to me.
Also, what's the last AAA game you actually enjoyed?
Don't know. Well, I haven't played many of them, so I tend to enjoy them when I do.
Is Donkey Kong Bonanza a AAA game?
Yeah, that's AAA. That's AAA.
Is that
Enjoy-
AAA?
I enjoy the fuck out of
yeah,
that
that's
game.
AAA.
Okay.
I like that one.
I just finished that a
when,
couple
when
of days
when
ago.
I think AAA, I think like, yo, mega good graphics, cinematic.
Mind's Eye.
What the fuck is Mind's Eye?
Oh, is that the really shit game?
That's the game that like they like cancelled the sponsors halfway through. I still got sponsored, but mine went through in the next like hour they cancelled all sponsorships.
The WoW.
Oh my
2.0.
This was like
God.
this was like
Mostly
the one that
negative.
like this was the whole fucking thing. But this was funny. But yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm working my way through the classics right now.
Yeah. There's so many classics that I want to
I
play.
think the
before.
next big game I'll stream is probably Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, I'm so excited for that game, dude.
When they do the re-release. Still haven't decided if I want to do it with voice acting or not. I don't know. I gotta decide.
God, I'm so excited for this, dude.
I am pumped for this.
When is this coming out?
October 1st.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, I'm
God.
very excited.
Easily my
I was
favorite
gonna
Final
play
Fantasy
this
game.
one this year anyway, and
Yeah.
when they announced it, I was like, oh, good timing.
Yeah, I literally just bought the original cartridge for it so I could play it on my GameCube. And then I saw this and I'm just like, well,
yeah, there you go.
I have the original now and I'm gonna get this.
But yeah, I'm sure I'll update you
Oh, it
guys
looks
when
so
I play any
good.
new
Yeah.
games. But yeah, thanks for watching Trash Taste.
Yeah.
Hey, look at all these patrons though. Let us know in the comments what games have you been repping recently? Indie, AAA? Let us know in the comments. And while you're at it, make sure to head on over to our Patreon because every single week we have weekly exclusive Patreon only content that you guys can go check out. We have a brand new one that you guys can go check out right after this. Mudan, play a clip of that.
Man, I really
We let,
don't
our, we
know.
let our staff have
20 seconds. I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go here. I don't know.
It's
if
such
I'm
a
right.
gamble, dude. That looks like 95% of Japan.
Oh! I was so far away.
It was, where was it? Hyogo.
Yeah, Kobe.
I was
Kobe.
so close to putting South Osaka initially.
Wait,
was-
who's in Kyushu?
I'm in Kyushu.
So I'm the closest. Garnt is the furthest.
Damn.
I was 180 kilometers away.
But hey, if you want to support the show and watch all of the weekly stuff in the process, then head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter. Send us some memes on the subreddit. And if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.